Eh. Hi. Welcome back to my podcast. I'm Rachel Anita Kamake Kamakawaida. And today I want us to talk about becoming a mom. Clearly, everyone was wondering why I went for 1.5 years. And as anyone my age, if you disappear for that long, we all know you were pregnant and you had a baby. So I did have a beautiful baby girl, and I'm so excited not to share her with the world, but to share my experience of becoming a mom. Siku hizi mnafaa kuniita Mama R, guys. Munita na heshima, si just Rachel Anita, Mama R. Okay? Thank you. So clearly, one of the things that has shifted my entire, when I say entire, I mean my entire universe 360 degrees. I'm not going to anything more than 360 degrees is my baby. Becoming a mom, I cannot even begin to explain how incredibly consuming it is, guys. It took me 1.5 years to get back to this. 1.5. A lot. Okay? So, just like everyone says, it is the most exhausting job, yet the most rewarding. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I think almost hate it with equal measure. No. I love it. I love being a mom. It's awesome. It's beautiful. It's done right. Yeah. Becoming a mom is like, I don't have the right words for that. It's like being hit by a truck. Then you get up, then you're hit by another truck. Then when you're recovering from that other truck, an aeroplane just lands on you. And then after all that, you get this yellowy, mellowy feeling where you're just so happy and so proud that you brought someone into this world. But before that, remember you're hit by a truck. I feel like people don't talk about this a lot. And I kept on, every time I would talk about my pregnancy first, because you have to be pregnant, before you become a mom. When I talked about my pregnancy, you guys are like, you're going through that. I went through all that. Textbook, what to expect while expecting. I expected everything. Everything from top to bottom, from swollen feet to swollen nose to nausea to not sleep, insomnia, which has never ended up to now, 1.5 years later. And guys, it is hard. Hard. And I'm talking to every girl who's above 18 because I think that's the moment you think about that you can be a mom. You're not ready. It is hard. To the D. Hard. Please. There are so many aspects to becoming a mom. Psychological. You have to ask yourself, are you ready? Can I do this? Emotional. Because, once you can never argue with a pregnant woman because it's just an emotional roller coaster. Physical. Guys, hey, I was like a penguin, not even a I was like a whale. I was so big, and my tummy was everywhere. And it was just one child, like I don't even know how people carry twins and triplets. I don't know. But God bless you and your sweet little hearts. But it's really hard. And the financial bit, guys, have you seen the price of diapers? Then you buy diapers like this. Your kid decides, no, I'm allergic to this or I like this. You have to, literally everything in the house has to change. Kama uko na kikombe, there's kikombe for you, there's kikombe for baby. If it's literally the bed you have to have a side bed, an aisle bed. Like, it's just, God, it's hard. That's all I'm saying. It's hard. But okay, Maliza, everything about it being hard, it's also how beautiful it is. I think it's the most selfless thing anyone would do. If you're female, naturally female, that is. It's beautiful, but before you go into it, please call yourself for a meeting and attend that meeting so that you can understand what you're putting yourself through. Yes. Preparing for motherhood. Preparing for motherhood was, for me, my first stop would be, again, I'm talking to anyone above 18, although I'll take that age a bit higher. I don't think you should be a mom below 22. I think, my opinion. But obviously, if you're ready to go, you're ready to go. I can't dictate that. my first stop would be go to a gyna. Please make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. I know in this age and time you just think, oh, being pregnant is 1 + 1 is 2. No, it's not that easy. Especially when someone is above 30, 35, you probably need to see a doctor and walk through the whole process. Get your scans done, get your blood testing. Now, I just realized people don't even know their blood group. Like you, if you don't know, why are you becoming a mom? I just have a question, why? If you got into an emergency, what will happen to your child? You don't even know what blood group you belong to. Surely. Yeah. Again, for me, I'm referring to Planned Parenthood, which is something I totally advocate for. I do not believe, again, I might get into some wishy-washy waters for this, in accidental pregnancies. I really do not believe in that. Unless you did not do class 6 science and biology, I do not believe in that. So if you're doing these things the way you would want to, that is planning for your baby, what do? You eat right, you exercise, you sleep, you get into that space and aura and zen of becoming a mom. Because your energy really does get into your baby. You have to learn to embrace motherhood even before you get pregnant. That's the only way you can enjoy this. If you don't, my friend, it will beat you black and blue. You guess I guess you guys have seen these TikTok videos of these guys before pregnancy, and when they're pregnant and they look like two different, like one. Anyway, it does that to you, and you have to be psychologically prepared that anything can happen from conception to birth. Yes. Some of the biggest surprises I got with being pregnant and becoming a mom was that it was very difficult. I can't stress this enough. From the moment I knew I was pregnant to bringing this child to this world to right now when she's screaming outside, it has been difficult. Guys, I underestimated the number of tests. Even though you know your blood test, your blood group, you still have to go redo it again. There's they have to take your pressure every time. You don't know this, but a lot of pregnant women get UTIs for some reason. I don't know, when the baby is on your blood. I don't know what that happens. The number of times you have to take urine test. Oh God. I'm telling you, every 2 weeks I was just at the doctor's office because it's this or that or that and that, and it's not easy. It's not easy. That's again why you need to be better prepared for this. There's a lot of anxiety because, especially when it's your first time, you don't know if you will really make it to the end, which is sadly an emotional turmoil that most women have to go through. The anxiety of not knowing, because you're not sure. Today you're there, your baby's heart is beating. Next week, things are not so great. And then the amount of pills I had to take, Jesus Christ. Yeah. And I'll just say, jaribu jione. Maybe your journey will be different from mine. But I was on biofolic. I was on, what's that? This thing that you use for bones. I was on calcium. I was on some more iron. I was on like progesterone. Guys, progesterone. Do you know how sick that makes you? You have no idea. I was on anti-nausea drugs because I was puking every morning and evening because my baby decided, hi mom, I'm here. And you have to notice that I am here. Guys, you just try. Jaribu ujione, unieleze. Your experience might be different from mine, but it wasn't easy. My ultimate biggest surprise was when my baby's heartbeat dunked. That was, it was difficult. I can't even talk about it. And yeah, another surprise was the leg spans. Hi-bo. That one I will surrender. Guys, you are sleeping in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. I will wake up screaming. My husband is like, what's up? My leg has cowcard, like electrocute with like 1,000 volts. And there's nothing I could do about it. You go to the doctor, she's like, oh, honey, you just need some more magnesium. Again, adding to the list of pills I just gave above. You want to do it? I don't know. I'm more of a one-child policy right now. But if you want to, we'll be here. We'll throw you the best baby showers and all that. Um, Away from the negativity, my best moment was hands down when I had my baby's heartbeat for the first time, guys. I think I'm going to cry. It was so beautiful. It was at around, I think, 10 or 12 weeks. And like I said, pregnancy is very difficult. Mine, when I realized I was pregnant, I had to be put on some pills because my body was fighting the baby. And hearing her heartbeat and knowing that the baby, they say the embryo or something. What's that? Egg, embryo, zygote. Oh, yo. When I heard that the embryo is viable, it was so beautiful for me. I think no matter what I went through, the swollen legs, the everything, just hearing her heartbeat made it all okay and made it all worth it. Then when she was born, of course, that moment they brought the baby to me because it was an emergency C-section. It made all those pills and everything. Although it made it worth it, I'm not sure if I would do it again. It was so worth it that I think once in a lifetime kind of things, very good to have in a lifetime. I know one of my friends always says that it's a guy actually. He's always like, Anita, why do you talk about pregnancy like this? I'm like, because it doesn't matter how much of a supportive partner you have, that is a journey you go alone as a woman. Alone. It doesn't matter hata akumassage miguu, akupeleke Indonesia, akurudishe, akufeed, and of course I had a partner who would do all that. But still, baby girl, you're the one who will be walking around with evidence, looking like a penguin. Please, I beg, before it is your time, do not engage. Okay? It is not. Of course, having a baby is beautiful, but comme si comme ça, 50-50 about that. So yeah, any advice I have for anyone, please be ready, number one, because it hits you, and it hits you like a ton of drugs. Because again, the funny thing is they give you drugs when you're pregnant, then they take it all away after you give birth. So you end up looking like an addict for like 2 months. Then they call it depression, which is something I'll talk about later again. Get all the support you can have. Please, this is not the time to be what's the word? These women who do everything. I don't know. Is it called media or what? This is not the time for that. If you can get a whole team, hire like 20 nannies. I mean, if you're going to give birth for a man, that's the least he can do for you, right? Hire all the nannies. Get your aunties. If they decide to bring you bone soup, please let them bring bone soup. Please don't start washing anga what being the no, it's all the time. Get all the support you can have. Let people into your life. Accept love and be loved. And I can't put this in any more capital words. Have insurance. You have to be sure that you can go through this journey. Like I said, there are so many tests, which again, not everyone might have been as lucky as I was, that I was able to go through all the tests. Some tests are very optional, but considering it's your baby, you want to do them either way. So please have insurance. Get all the help you can get, because there's so much that goes into having a baby. So much, like I've said above. I am so glad that I have my beautiful daughter here, but I do wish that people were more open to having these tough conversations on conception, pregnancy, and taking care of an actual baby who is alive and eating and all that. The whole motherhood, right? Yeah, I can only say that. So thank you guys so much for listening again. If you have, I know different people have different strokes to this thing. Comment down, share your journey. I know some people did not even take one pill, others never even Allah binvu. It happened. And it's okay. Whatever your ride was, please share with me. If you're new, subscribe. And don't forget to comment, share, subscribe, like. Yeah. I'm so happy to have you guys. Thank you.